Alex says I never stream anymore. He's worried about me. So I thought I'd stream. Been busy. Got a lot to do. Got a lot of cleaning done today. Was going to go to bed, but I thought, you know what? I'll do a stream. I was going to read a book. I just started a new one, 50 something pages in. I was going to finish it. No, I wasn't going to finish it tonight. But I thought about it. Thought about reading about 100 pages, going to bed, calling it a night. But then again, like I said, I guess, hanging out here for a little while is all right. It's all right. Anyway, oh, here we go. Hey, Max. Hey, I was just talking to you. Yeah, viticulture is one of my. Hello, hello, hello. Jelly Prince is great. Viticulture is one of my favorites. The arboriculture, or I can't remember what you how to pronounce it. Arboriculture. It was on Meeple Source as an exclusive because they have some kind of Stonemaier Games relationship, and I bought it right before they took it down. And it's what they took out of the Essentials edition because it made the game a little finicky at times, and I agree it can be finicky, but I don't mind it. I like it. One, you have to feed workers, to make them happy, or another one, you have cows, which you make cheese out of their milk, and wine and cheese, and certain cheeses go well with certain wines, and it's kind of fun. But remind me of my top five. I will. Hold on. Let me pull up what was the list from last year. I haven't made my list this year, Michael. I'm waiting for this. I'm going to play this weekend and then play one or two more games with my nephews. Hopefully 2 more games. I'm trying to play all the games I just bought earlier this year. I did buy some recent games, which I just made a review about. Probably not going to be able to play those again before I make my list. But this week I'm playing 3 games that I got earlier this year and then 2 other games hopefully next week. And then I'll start doing my top 100. That's a great question. What was on I'll just give you the top 10. What was the top? I know Twilight Imperium was number 1. Oh, come on, there you go. Santa's Workshop was number 2. I love Santa's Workshop still. It's probably going to be a top 10 game. Spartacus is number 3. Spartacus has been number 3 forever. It's such a great game. Russian Railroads is number 4. It's now Ultimate Railroads. I have Ultimate Railroads now, and I love Ultimate Railroads. Played the heck out of Ultimate Railroads. So that's probably still a top 5 game. And then Viticulture was number 5. Viticulture was number 5. In the past few years, it was 4, 5, 2 at one time, 6, 7. It's always been the top 10. It's a great game. Underneath that, from last year, I had Empire's Age of Discovery / Galactic Rebellion, even though I didn't play that this year. I didn't play it this year either. I may have to get rid of it. If I'm not playing it, I got to get rid of it. I had First Class because it's kind of a spin-off game. Not spin-off, but it's another railroad game by the same designer of Ultimate Railroads, and I love it. Firefly, which has always been in my top 10. That was 8 is the lowest it's ever been, though. It's usually a top 5 game. And every time I play it, I'm like, yeah, I love that pick up and deliver game. Yato was number 9. And then, which is great. It's an awesome game. I just got a mini expansion for my deluxe set. And then 10 is Raiders of the North Sea. Oh, love me some worker placement. That's just a bombastic one. So, yeah, that was the list for 2022. And 2023, don't have it yet. Yeah, and someone's spamming me with Dark Tower messages today. I just put that guy on block. What? I don't know. That's an odd question. Yoda. I started to make advertising. Oh, really? Of current games? That's interesting. They are. It depends on how many players you have. The Spark is so much fun. I mean, by the way, Bernardo, Tabletop Island, he loves Spartacus too. We both are big Spartacus fans. And I just saw someone's top 10. Everyone's coming out with their top 100 right now. I just saw someone's top 10, and number 5, I think, was Spartacus. I was like, yeah, because you never see that in anyone's top 10, but it was in his top 10. And so I was really happy about that. So because I played 6 players. The goal is to play 7. And who'd we have over yesterday? Could we have done it? No, we only had 6 over the other day. 6 people showed up. I invited 2, but then a group of 4 showed up impromptu, and I haven't had 6 players in forever at my game group. And so I wasn't prepared. I had a bunch of 4-player games, and we only had time to play 1. And then most people left, and we were down to 4 again. 2 people left, we were down to 4 again. Or no, 3 people left, we were down to 3. But for one moment, we had 6, and I just didn't think of anything, and I should have just pulled out Spartacus. Oh, Spartacus, what a great game. Hello. Yes, it has. I've been well. Chip Theory Games. No. Chip Theory Games? No, I have not. Not played Chip Theory Games. Hold on. Let's look at Chip Theory Games. Oh, F. Hold on. What have they done? Chip Theory Games. There they are. Oh, I'm backing something on Kickstarter, Bernardo, but it's a comic book. Jeff Smith, the creator of Bone, is coming out with the Thorn, the comic strips that he did in college, and 3 books he wrote when he was a child. You know, back in the 60s and 70s. Incredible. What is this? Okay, here we go. Chip Theory, The Elder Scrolls. Never heard of it. I've never heard of this game. Too Many Bones. Okay, Cloud Spire. Yes. No, Burn Cycle I've never heard of. Okay, yeah, I know a few of their games. Elder Scrolls is just their newest game. View all games. Well, don't mind if I do. I think Bernardo likes Too Many Bones. I've heard of Cloud Spire. I've never looked into it. This is good. Never heard of Burn Cycle or Elder Scrolls or 20 Strong. I never heard of any of their games except for Too Many Bones and Cloud Spire. Which of those are you playing now? I didn't think it did either, but really? Yeah. Exorcist 3, it's been forever since I've seen it. It's been forever. My wife and I watched them a long time ago. I don't really remember them anymore. Oh, yeah, everything's coming in. Our Zombies expansion is coming in soon. She's getting those out to ship, and something else shipped today. The next week. The Dice Tower. You know, I got some of those those promos I wanted, and then that leaves Foundations of Rome, which is coming in end of the year. They said now, but it probably won't. And then Simon. The multi-universe, Marvel United multi-universe, which I'm really excited about. Other than that, I think that's it. I think that's it for Kickstarters. Even though, Michael, you've shown me some great games, I'm just not pulling the trigger on any of them right now. But there are some good games. Oh wait, let me remember another one. I'm making a list of games to keep my eye out for next year, or if anyone asks. Well, actually, only one of those games are in print now that I look at it. Oh, yeah, I love Kathy Tires. Ah, okay. You love Too Many Bones. I know you had the big, deluxe edition of it, don't you? Yes, a long time ago. Once Upon a Studio. Yeah, I heard, but I didn't get to it's not, hold on, let me see if it's on my streaming service once. on Studio. I've heard good things. It's not. I don't have it yet. It's on Disney Plus, right? I don't have Disney Plus. Yeah. I was watching Survivor, but the stupid Survivor is like an hour and a half now because of the writer strike. So I got bored. I started watching board games. Board games. Making a short list of games to keep my eye on next year. And none of these games. Only one of these games are in print. Sadly. Let me see if it's on. I bought an air fryer during Amazon's big Prime Day thing, and the stupid thing didn't work. So I turned it back, and I only get a credit. They don't give you refunds anymore, which that's all right, I guess. Okay, all right, all right. Well, the game is on. That particular game is on whatever. Did you see? Ooh, no way. Bernardo, Catan 3D, $113. Oh, is that both expansions? You know, for Prime Day it was 120. No, the other just the first one, the other one. But I'm looking at Prime Day. I mean, Black Friday next time. Yeah, so I got all of these. Now I've got like $100 credit at Amazon. Not that I can't spend that, but all the games I'm looking at that I'm interested in are out of print. So the Kickstarter Kavango. Oh, well, look at this. I love how this is turning. Not many people love how this is turning into a board game discussion, but I do. Kavango. Let's. And Michael, every single one of your games, I'm like, I'm on the fence. I was like, I'm almost there, but I'm like, I want to play. Oh yeah. Okay, I know this one. Bernardo, check out Kavango. That's the one with all the meeples and everything. I love the artwork. Yeah, the animal meeples. Animeeples is what they call them. This is like a safari or something. Look at all that. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'll watch it eventually. Goosebumps. Goosebumps. Man, oh man. You and Luke playing some Dark Tower. Shut up. It's consistent. Okay, I like consistency. It looks awesome. Look at Black Friday. It's going to drop down probably like they did for Prime Day to $120. I am excellent, sir. How about yourself? Mm-mm. That's a great question because a lot of times when they redo something, it just loses its soul. My sister-in-law loves Hocus Pocus. It's one of her favorite. That's her favorite Halloween movie. Her favorite. She watches it every year. She loves Hocus Pocus. She was so excited for Hocus Pocus 2 and hated it. My wife likes Hocus Pocus. Hated the second one. Everyone who I know who loved Hocus Pocus hates the second one. Hate something that the magic was just lost. It's pretty low now. Oh, good for you. I know. I know. Alex texted me today, and I didn't realize. I mean, shoot, we're already midway past, past the midway point through October. It's just been a busy, busy month for me. Yeah, for real, right? Uh, oh, yeah. Oh, it doesn't have a lot? Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. You said Zoo Tycoon. Hold on. Zoo Tycoon. Let's see. Let me look at cartoon. Zoo Tycoon. You showed me that one though when it came out on Kickstarter, I believe. Ah, dang it. Should have looked at that one. Hold on. Yeah, no, that one does look good. It does look good. Have you seen New York Zoo? You seen New York Zoo? That's I can't remember who does that, but I looked at that one. It looked pretty sweet. Yeah, it's too modernized, says everyone. Like there's Goosebumps discussions in here. First one, it goes in order: first, second, third, and they stop making them after that. It's too sad. That fourth was so terrible. It was so bad. It was horrible. I was shocked that Keanu Reeves came back and thought that was a good idea. I mean, I was excited. I was interested to see what they were going to do, and what they did was garbage. It's such a shame. I will never rewatch that movie. I'll rewatch the first. The first one's excellent. The second one's pretty good, except for the dance scene, in the cavern, which is the dumbest thing in the world. They're having that rave party. That was so dumb, and it's so early 2000s. So, all right. Hello. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Oh, road trip. That's right. Yeah, we're doing that. We're gonna meet up. Oh man, are you? Telling you. They said they needed someone for the antagonist role, and I think Salvatore was gonna make up someone. They said no, use Kip, but it's really dumb, and he gets ignored. They kind of drop. They complete him that he's a good guy. He gets on the council, and then after that, after the fourth book, I think Destiny's Way, he's kind of just disappears from the storyline. I can't even remember if he's in the unifying force, to be honest. I just remember they just kind of drop. They don't even mention him anymore. He goes from being one of the big, side characters like Danny Quee and stuff. You hear from her, but Kip's not in any. I don't remember if he's in the unifying force. I don't even know if he's in that. But they after Destiny's Way, I think is the last time they mentioned him. I could be wrong on that because it's been a while, but too many wooden pieces. I like the artwork. That was a good one. It was a good one. I just really hate the little rave scene in the cave, in the future. I thought it was so dumb, like an MTV video, and it hardly dates the film. Worse than the bad CGI. It's not bad. It's just CGI at that time. That doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me at all. The playground fight is great, but there's a lot of great action in that one. But that rave scene just kind of no. First one still wins. But I agree. I think it's a good film. Yeah, it was, but thank goodness they made a fourth one, right? Yeah, is that Yui Rosenberg? I'm not going to look it up right now because my game group does not like Yui. I only have one more Yui game left in my collection. It doesn't feel like a Yui Rosenberg game, which is why they'll play it. I literally hide the name because if they see Yui Rosenberg, they do not want to play. They hate Yui Rosenberg games. Mercator. That's why I was looking at my list there. Mercator. They'll play Mercator, and no one ever asked for it. I just bring it out every once in a while. But what was it? At the Gates of Loyang. Love that game. Gone. It's gone now. No one wants to play it with me. No one wants to play it with me. I made this. Who's this? Yuri Rosenberg? Well, I don't like Yuri Rosenberg. Well, I mean, I don't like most of his stuff either, but these are good. Nope. And I hid the fact that he did Mercator. They'd be griping about it too. But then no one will play At the Gates of Loyang with me, so I had to let it go. I agree. The third one is not great. Ah, yeah. He may come back. He may come back. Hey. Yeah, I'm about 4 books away. I'm gonna read it in chronological order, and yeah, I'm gonna get around to it. I can't wait. That's the plan. That's the plan, I think. It's too bad because um backslide Kit pretty bad. Yeah, and then but then they bring him back to where he was. Exactly. It was like too bad because you could have done something really well with him, kind of continued his story on, but they hit a reset button of anyone to be arrogant and get in Luke's face. It would not be Kip. It would not be after what he's been through, after when we last saw him, doing penance for his sins and whatnot, and how he's eternally grateful for Luke. And they say he's eternally grateful for Luke, but then he disagrees. And where's he getting all this pompous pride all of a sudden? It doesn't fit his character. Yeah, well, he's part of Jaina's on and off team, right? He's on the team and then leaves and off the team, I think. I think he's brought up a little bit in Destiny's Way, but then that's it. He's in Dark Journey a lot. He's in a couple of them after that. But I think after Destiny's Way, like I said, he could be in Unifying Force, but he's not in Final Prophecy. He's not in the Force Heretic trilogy. So, and if he is in not Destiny, Unifying Force, then he's mentioned probably. All right, bye-bye now. That needs to be revived. Highlander books. I'd love to have more books on it. Continuing the story. Not talking about the TV show anymore. Continuing after the movie and making sense of all the garbage. I don't know why no one won't. I mean, I guess they don't feel there's money into it, but someone really should get the rights to publish a book of Highlander. Good and solid novels. There's diehard Highlander fans who love that. And if you did it right, you could really put together an awesome story, I think. Oh, Revolutions. Okay, yeah, Resurrection's horrible. It's horrible. Viewable of board games. It's a Rosenberg game. Yeah, no, seriously. They saw Rosenberg and they didn't want to play it anymore. And they just sat here like that. I mean, they were just such jerks. And then they don't want to play it. They don't want to play it. They roll their eyes. Last time I had to play all 3 of them. They're like, I don't care. What am I going to do? I don't know. I don't know what to do. They just give up. It's not that it was that hard. Mercator's not that hard either. And I really like Mercator, but I can't get anything else. They really don't like. And my buddy, he came back to visit this Labor Day weekend. He went, hey, who's that? He said, do you still have those games? But that he remembered. He said, who was that guy that we didn't like? I don't like that guy. It's like Huey Rose. He said, yeah, that's all they play up where I am. My game group plays the Odin, I can't remember the Odin game and Feast of Odin and all the other heavy ones. Agricola. He went, and I hate him even more. I went, yeah, I didn't even touch those, but so he really hates Huey. So I didn't bring out Mercator that weekend. I love how it ended with him. Thought that was really good. He was great foil as a villain too. That was good. You're correct. Dark Greetings. Okay, that was like the story that took place after Destiny's Way, and see, that was it. I'm sure he is maybe mentioned, but oh man, I tried when I was rereading. I was like, let's give Ferris a second shot, and I just cannot stand his character. I hated it, and it was so weird because I love Jude Watson. A Jedi Apprentice is still one of the best children's books out there. Period. It's just great. And Jedi Quest was really good too. Not the only thing His Jedi Apprentice beats it. Jedi Quest is excellent. And so when The Last Jedi came out, I was like, okay, because now I really am excited. And I despised it. I despised it. So it just was not good for me. Oh, good. Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah, perhaps. Oh yeah, between the chapters of Destiny's Way. What was the one that took place? It was really weird. I think it was Dark Journey, and Elaine Cunningham wrote a short story, and it was so weird because it feels like it was a short story that was left out. It was like a missing chapter from the book because you're so confused. Like, and I was like, why didn't they put this in the book? Because it's something that happens in between these two chapters, and she talks about the aftermath in the book. So you read the book, and Lobaka sits there and goes, "What was he doing? What's going on?" He doesn't remember what he was just doing right now. So he shakes his head and then walks away. And you're like, "What was that about?" We don't find out till the short story that Jaina mind wiped him. Why not put that in the book? I don't understand. No, I got that. Yeah, I got you. I agree. I think it would have been he would have been to bring him in is a good part because there's a lot of baggage he carries, and a lot of weight, and a lot of blame, and a lot of guilt, So I mean, because he killed his brother, the dark side. He would never go to the dark side. He would never do that. So that him and any Jedi that follows him is arrogant and stupid. And Corrin, oh goodness gracious, I love Stackpole, but the arrogance of Corrin Horn and just dissing on Kip, which later on doesn't even matter. What happened? Later on, Wedge pulls a feint and doesn't tell the Doros squadron, and they die because of that because he doesn't tell them. But it was a secret that it was not a real attack. This was just a feint, but he couldn't tell anyone. And he was like, "Oh, so many people died because of that because he hid the secret because he had it." So like Kip when he took out the Vong world ship. Yeah, I don't know. It seems so Two-Face in New Joe Order. Yeah, The Apprentice. That's what it was. Thank you. No, I thought it was too. I thought it was too. I swear it was in that book. It is in the short story, The Apprentice. I agree with you. I was like, where was it? Because I was reading through. I was like, where was it? And it's because wait, did I miss it? I thought I went back. I said, did I just glaze over this? Did I forget? Did I not look at the pages and not just flip through them mindlessly? It's in the short story where she does that. Isn't that weird? So weird. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. No. No. He did not tell the Doros team. He had a plan, but he didn't tell them. And so he thought the Doros captain thought it was, and there's people getting mad. I just reread this. There's people getting mad at Wedge because he didn't tell the Doros captain who wasn't in on the plan. So, yeah. Oh no, I definitely will. I definitely will. I decided I wanted to read it right then and there when I got it, but then I decided, you know what? I'm close enough to where I can read it in timeline order, which is what I'm doing with my rereads right now. And since I'm almost there, I'm just a couple of books away. By November, I'll probably read it. It would have been earlier, but I had to read a Dune novel that came in. I swallowed that. I swallowed a Dune novel earlier this week, and now I'm on to another in a in a book. So now I'm on another book. So now I'm getting close to reading Supernatural Encounters in chronological order. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, yeah, but he did not tell them that is the thing. He didn't tell them it was a fake. They thought it was real. He gave them an order that's true, but because they weren't in on the plan was the whole thing. And so that deceit, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that too, but why get mad at Kip? That's the only thing. I'm fine with Wedge doing it, but I understand the purpose. They have to keep it secret, to keep all, because they say have a problem with spies and communications getting intercepted. Boy, and I'm not just hating on it because it's new canon, but he does not look like Thrawn. If I would have seen that, it just looks like a sissy Thrawn. He doesn't seem cunning. He doesn't seem intimidating. He seems like someone's going to give him a wedgie at any time. That's what it was, yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Michael, if you're still there, the 3 games we're going to play are Rockwell, got that this year, and no, not Amsterdam. I want to save that one. Oak. It's a great game, but there's so much iconography. But I'm going to try it again. And then Irisibi, the Japanese fishing game, which I love the artwork for. And the game, and of course, we played it wrong the first time, and we've been playing it. We've been playing it right since, but I want to play it again because it's been a while. But those are the 3. So 2, I kind of put Rockwell and Irisibi midweight to light, and the only heavy game will be Oak. I mean, I'm going to bring that one out first because it's going to be a headache looking at all the iconography. I do not want to do that into the night. But I do like the theme of the game, and I like the pieces. I like the meeples. You can put little accessories on. I'm looking at the board right now. I'm looking at the games right now. But, yeah, so I came out with a new review for Artifician, which is a game I've had on my list for quite some time. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more reviews coming out in the next couple of weeks. Maybe a 5th one and a 6th one if the zombies package gets in the next few weeks. So I'm trying to get those reviews in before after this, that's it. Then I'm going to slip into my top. I'm going to rank all my board games again. Current ones this time, not vintage. I'm going to flip in it. To be honest, I didn't get a single. Last year, I got 1 vintage game. This year, I got none because the vintage games I want are getting hard to find, and I have a short list of vintage games I want. Bernardo knows what they are. I don't want to tell anyone else. I don't want people outbidding me on eBay. But there's a very short list of vintage games I want, and I just couldn't get a single one. Couldn't get a single one this year. But and like I said, the list that I'm putting together for Christmas, I'm gonna probably just throw away now because only 1 game that's available. The rest of them you have to buy secondhand, and no one in my family knows how the internet works on buying stuff. Yeah, well, that's what I heard. As I mean, okay, all right. I'm just telling you what I read. So, uh, Rockwell's really good. It has a production issue problem. At least my copy does. It was supposed to be interlocking, and maybe they came up with a newer. The company went out of business, but probably because of this, they had those interlocking outer ring. Well, the thing is, they made both female ends, not male and female end. If that makes sense. And then they decided so everything had 2 female ends on the side. Well, then to fix that, they came up with a double male end to click between them, but it's too big. It doesn't fit in the game. And so the game board slides a lot because you're trying to combine all these little pieces that make a circle. The game is really good. It's really good, but the production issue aggravates me. So I'm playing it to see if I can still keep the game, because I really love the game, but you got to be careful, because if you bump it, it slides everything out of order. Oak, it looks really good too, but there's so much iconography. I did a review on this, and the iconography, you were constantly, every time we played the game, we were constantly looking at the rule book, because we didn't know what all the pictures meant. They just use pictures, but they don't use. There's so many actions. They did so many different pictures, and it's sad because the look of the game, the theme of the game, you're accessorizing your meeple with these little, like a cape, a rubber cape, rubber necklace, rubber satchel, rubber guitar, rubber backpack, a antler head, or whatever they're supposed to be, and that's really cool. It's really cool. It's a bunch of druids and whatnot, and I love that. But you're constantly looking at the rule book, so I'm going to try that one again. And then Irasibi is just a nice little Japanese fishing. It was great Japanese art. It's really good. I played it, did the review, and shelved it, and I haven't seen it since. And it fell behind this bookshelf over there. I mean, well, you can't see it, but it fell behind that bookshelf. And when I was cleaning things out, I saw it. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about it. We got to play this game. So that's the game we got to play. And then with my nephew in 2 weeks, I'll play Amsterdam with him again. I want to. I was kind of bummed because it was a terrible Kickstarter experience with Queen Games, but I need to play it again because it's the reskin of Macau, and I want to play that again because I want to get back into it. And then what was it? Baseball Highlights. I don't think I played Baseball Highlights with him. 2045. I'm not a card guy. I love baseball, and they say if you don't love baseball but you like deck building, that's the game. It's a game for you. And Game Boy Geek, this is like his #1 game, and I like him, so I was like, well, let me go ahead and get it because I asked a question, he answered. I said I'm a baseball fan. I said I don't particularly like deck building. I have some deck building in some of my games, but I do love baseball. Is this a game for me? He said maybe. He said I definitely suggest you play it. So I went ahead and just got it because, I got the big all-in package on Eagle Griffin Games for $100 or whatever. I was like, that's it. I got everything. Let's go ahead and do it. And I played it, and it's all right. I like the names and everything, but it is a true deck builder. And the thing is, for $100, all they gave me was cardboard pieces for the runners. And some of the older editions have like wooden pawns. For $100, I think you could spring for a couple of pawns. So now I got to get, I feel like I got to get, some meeples for that so I can have some base runners or whatnot, because moving the little cardboard chips, they're very tiny on the board, is annoying. But I want to play it again. I play with my nephews who love deck builders, and they're okay on baseball. Like, they don't watch it, but they know about it. Their dad watches it, and they don't keep up with as much. They don't hate baseball, but the thing is, they thought I played with some of my other nephews. I mean, it's all right. So I was like, uh-oh, who do I play this with? But looks like a fun game. But I mean, like I said, I'll play it with him and see if I can kickstart my love for it, because I paid a lot for it. So big mistake there. It's for my birthday. I bought it. Ah. Oh, nice. Well, I mean, they wanted their planet back, is what they said in Final Prophecy. Is what the Doros captain, the Doros pilot, tells Jaina, is like, we were promised we'd get it back, and Jane's like, yeah, but not we will eventually, but that wasn't the plan right now. And Wedge couldn't have told him that because we're dealing with a lot of communication issues. There are communications being intercepted, and so it had to look real. But it was not real. It's just a feint. And then they were going to pull back because they were attacking some other place. And that attack, wherever it was, went well, but she was still mad because, oh, y'all went into the attention saying we're taking back Doros. Well, yeah, that was what we were faking. We wanted the Vaughn to think that, but to have everyone think that, it was only top level could know about it. But then here's the question, Maxine, how does Jaina know about it? Is she top level? That's interesting. I didn't think about that. Or maybe after the fact they said that. They said something like that. Oh yeah, AC Kristen's really good. I've never seen Doctor Who. My nephews are big Doctor Who fans, so probably so. They love Doctor Who. But yeah. In Amsterdam, Michael, if you're interested, is coming out with another Kickstarter. Just for, it's but they're doing a few design issues with the game, they said. They asked me if I wanted to come back and give money to it. I was like, no. I already bought it. Plus, like I said, Queen Games really screwed over people on the last Kickstarter I did, because we funded the game, and instead of shipping it to us, they delayed it for another whole year and a half because they had some more games that they ran and they wanted to ship them together to save money. So we had to wait for these other games to get funded, printed, and everything. Our games were ready to go, but we had to wait for the other games. I thought that was crap. I thought it was total crap. And then it took them 4 months to replace my pieces. Now, they gave me deluxe pieces, deluxe wooden bits for all 4 players, which I thought was very kind of them. They did that. That's also because they didn't have a regular edition broken up. They said, we have deluxe editions. I can give you some deluxe pieces. I went, yeah, just give me the deluxe pieces for the green person. They said, well, I'll give them for all 4 players. And I was like, oh, thanks. So we like deluxe wooden pieces. They just got the screen print on them. That's what deluxe means these days. What's your opinion on people still believe Luke Skywalker controlled a black hole? I don't know. What's this about, a black hole? Still believe Luke Skywalker controlled a black hole. I've never heard that before. I think I have a digital copy of that. I'm not a miniatures battle guy. I've never reviewed it. I did look through the digital copy one, and I knew some people who played it at a comic book store a long time ago because I thought it was really cool, but I didn't understand how miniatures worked. But they were playing Star Wars miniature battles from West End Games, I remember. And they had West End Games stuff. And like I looked at I love the artwork. I remember looking at Planets of Socorro and going, what is this? And it wasn't a book. I was like, oh, I put it away, but I didn't know back then. And I saw adventure journals, and everything. They were into West End Games Star Wars, but they would play those miniature battles. And it looked great. It looked great. Oh, okay. Thank you. This is for Alex. Is Alex here? Is Alex going to show up? Did he go to sleep? Just because Alex wanted to know if I was alive or not. But anyway. Yeah. Let's put this down there. There it is. They did in the book. They did. It's kind of a forgotten. I mean, it's at the very beginning, and it's never brought up again, which is kind of weird. And that's how he started the book. Even though it has a classic opening chapter, which I think is one of the best lines to open up a chapter. I wrote it down for my review, and I don't have it here. Ooh, I paid for. So next week, guys, I'll be gone. I'll be hanging out with Scott Johnson and Ryan from RK Outpost. I'll be seeing those guys and doing a few things. And one of the things we're going to be doing is we're going to be going to Universal. I just bought the tickets. Hello. Tickets didn't cost that much last time I went. Ticket prices have just skyrocketed since the last time I looked at it. But anyway, so we got tickets. The missus will go with me to the parks on the first day. Then she's going for a work trip, and she wanted me to go. And since I couldn't go to Legends Con, my boss let me off for this. And I was like, what am I going to do? But then Scott's going to drive up and hang out with me. And then Ryan's going to see me too. So I'll get to see them and do a few things. So day one will be, when we get in, we'll do something that evening. And then day one, most of the day, she'll be with me in Universal. And then day two, it'll just be me and Scott. And then day three, I won't be at Universal anymore. I think I'm hanging out with Ryan. At least that's the plan. I need to text him, make sure it's still Still the plan with him because he's the one with the busier schedule. But he said anything in the day he could probably hang out with, and that's all I need because I'm gonna be leaving later on that day. So that's what I'm doing. No, I think if I did it, I'd have to bring back the original video. The original video. I did talk to the guy who did the tune for me, and it's not too late now. I want to ask him if he'll do something special with it, and because he's a good guy, and he didn't realize how popular that little that theme song would be. But yeah, the New Joe Order, not on rereads. I won't. I did that special intro for New Joe Order because I wanted something different because I really loved it, and I still love it. I'm loving reading through the New Joe Order. I'm just absolutely like as a series. Oh, so good, so good, so good. And there's a lot of things I forgot. I forgot what happened. There's something that someone told me happens. Like I guess Akbar dies in the unifying force. I thought Akbar died after what book was he in? Destiny's Way? Can't remember now. But I thought he died at the end of that book. Right when they were going to, roll out his grand plan, they gave sad news. The Admiral has passed away because they keep talking about how old he is and how brittle and fragile. And I could have sworn he died at the end of that book, and he didn't. And I was like, wait, what? But I think it's the unifying force where they give the news that he passes away. But I've just forgotten when certain events happen, so it's been fun. Yeah, it looks like fun. I swear. Yeah, you and me both, right? I thought the apprentice was in the Dark Journey. I swore that she mind wiped Lobaka in Dark Journey. When that didn't happen, I was like, wait, what's going on? Because you came to the aftermath of Lobaka not knowing where he was or what was he just doing? Why is he just staring out into space? Huh, that's weird. And then walks away. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I miss the chapter? And I went back. I was like, where did I miss? But it was in the short story. And then I swore because it just made sense that they were about to, and I guess it's at the unifying force where they're about to roll up their final grand plan and get the news that Akbar passed away. But the time to do it was right then and there. And if someone would have told me, Matt, when did Akbar die? I went, oh, Destiny's Way. I would have said that. And someone said, unifying force. I'm going to go, really? Are you sure? But I said no idea. What was the other thing? Oh, the winter scene. Whoosh, whoosh, right over me again, right? It's even worse because Walter John Williams didn't realize Winter was married. When it came back, Lucasfilm goes, oh, hey, she's married to Tycho. He went, I got it. And so he said that Tycho went away to the war, so she went to go help Akbar. Yeah. But she's obviously, they're obviously doing it. She's obviously cheating on him with Tycho. It's so, the thing is, the first time I read these, I just did not think about it. I did not think, but it's so obvious. It's so obvious. And Lando and Mara, they did it. They did it. Come on, get out of here. They did it. It happened. It happened. It happened. I know it did. But it's just fun. And then the hot chocolate thing. That's still the big. I know I've been making a big deal out of it, but that's still one of the things that I was just blown away with. That in the Bantam era, that hot chocolate and Luke Skywalker was a thing. I just never realized that. I never realized. And the last time we see him drink hot chocolate is right before he gets married to Mara. Right before, it's in the Union comic book. He's going out and everyone's drinking alcohol. He orders a hot cocoa. Or he orders a hot cocoa, and of course, he orders a hot cocoa somewhere. But that's the last time we hear hot cocoa. Someone should have asked Stackpole, what's with the hot cocoa? Because I think every author was in on it and made sure that Luke was drinking hot cocoa. In a lot of their books, Luke is drinking hot cocoa. Not maybe the best, definitely the worst, definitely where I have right now, right here on this crinkly sheet of paper that I've been keeping up with this year. Oh, almost showed it. But I have a list of what I think is the worst. Well, I got the top 10 here. I've scratched out a few as I kept reading. Oh, no, there's 11 on here. So I'm going to have to get rid of one. Man, I don't know. Oh, this is hard. I'll have to get rid of that one, I guess. But it's terrible. I'll have an honorable mention. But these books are just terrible. It is going to be different. It is going to be a different list. What the worst is going to be more different than the best. And the best is still going to add. I got flack from Noah for putting in trilogies and a series, but I can't help it. I even said Star by Star at the New Jedi Order, but I'm pretty sure New Jedi Order will still be number one. I don't know how the rest are ranked, so maybe I'll do one. Yeah, afterwards. But I'm going to go into probably the TV episodes, Clone Wars, both Clone Wars series before it flipped over to Disney, and Dave Filoni's and Jenny Tartakovsky's, which is excellent, and then do the Ewoks and droids, and probably rewatch Holiday Special, which I haven't rewatched in forever. So that's what I'm probably going to do. And the Clone Wars TV movie too. I'm going to watch all that. So I'm going to probably do that a lot. But I also want to dive deep into West End Games stuff too. Not just talking about what lore is there, not really about how to play the game. Shut up. You're lying. No. 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 Are you being serious? That's funny. Luke closed the black hole when? He never did anything like that. That's so weird. I would consider it. Bottom 20, I couldn't do it. But if I did a bottom 20, then some of the games, I mean, some of the books from the top 10 would definitely be back on. But I think doing a top 10 and apologizing to certain novels is best. Look at that. Some Knight Errant fans. Maxine. By the way, Maxine will be featured on the Expanded Universe .com. She put in an article that she wrote for school, which I thought was excellent. And it's going to come up in the next 2 weeks, I think, right? 3 weeks. It's coming up soon. So Maxine, I do want you to write. Here's your goal. Here's your goal. I want you to write that. I'll publish this one too. Write in defense of Knight Errant. Write that. Send it to me. I'll publish it. I'll put it on the website. Or Maxine, are there other stuff that you do? Is there other things that you like that no one else likes? Because if so, I'll even do a video. I'll even do a video with you, but we'll put exclusively on the website where you can defend Knight Errant. If you want to do that instead, it's your choice. Shut up. Are there really chocolate producing planets? No. Wikipedia doesn't source it. Oh well. That's funny. What did you look up for that? That's hilarious. Chocolate, hot chocolate. Yeah, there are. There are. Especially in Fate of the Jedi series. Oh, really? That's funny. I'm about to read that, so that'd be interesting. Really? I am so. Were you at Legends Con? Did you get to see Barbara Hamley? I'm really interested in that. I tell you, I'll make you the same offer. If you want to write an article in defense of Planet of Twilight, I'll put that up on the website. Contact at theexpandeduniverse.com or just go to the website and hit contact us. Write something about it. I definitely do that. I think it's interesting. I know I met someone who loves Crystal Star. I know someone who loves Dawn of the Jedi. And I'm happy. I'm happy people love these books that I don't think are that good. But I definitely want to hear those points of view. Good evening. Shut up. That's probably where it's mentioned that the factories were destroyed. I can't wait to read that. Well, I like the Callista trilogy. I love Children of the Jedi. I enjoyed Children of the Jedi. I love Darksaber. I think it's Kevin J. Anderson's best novel. And then Planet of Twilight. I mean, Meg from Meg Reviews nailed it. She said it's a fever dream, and it is. It's so weird. Is it the worst though? Is it the worst? That's a question I'm going to ask when I'm done with all this. Do it. Do it. Absolutely, Maxine. I loved your article. You can do as many as you want. Honestly, if you have any other ideas, just submit them. I'll post it. I will. We're going to be, I've already wrapped up November's post because I try to get the post month ahead, but because I'm gone next week. And then when I get back, I am swamped. I am swamped at work. I'm going to work. I've been working some evenings. I'll go back to working evenings. And on top of that, I'm helping out with a charity they do a haunted car wash. And all the money goes to charity. And I've been a part of that every year. And I love it. And so I'm going straight from work to that. And, I do that every year. So that next week, those first 3 days, the 30th, 31st, and the 1st are busy too for me. So I got to get everything done this week. So I had to get everything done this week. But I'm currently getting a jump start on December now. But come on, bring it. Let's do it. It's so, Jordy, it's so good, isn't it? It's so good. I read the rough draft a long time ago, and I had Wikipedia on, just already pulled up every page. I'd type something in and go, unbelievable. So I was really impressed with it. And once I read it, I'll let you know what change. I asked for one change. I think it was only one, and Joe said he'd make the change. And he did tell me I was going to be in it. It was very kind of him. Keep moving forward. Same offer, right? Honestly, in defense of Planet of Twilight, bring it. Hey, actually, keep moving forward in defense of Callista. If you're a Callista fan, that goes on the website too. Well, it's always a challenge, right, to get a creature from the expanded universe that no one ever utilized, like Ortolans, like Max Rebo, the blue elephant. He's so ridiculous, but let's make a story about one, Let's put stories in there of alien races we know exist, but no one really gave characters. I love Givens. Every once in a while we have some Givens, which I think is great. But Ugnaughts from Empire Strikes Back, they're rarely a thing. Make an Ugnaught in there, And Weston Games has lots of Jawas that work as engineers. Why don't we see a big story with a Jawa? These are things I'd like to see. You mean the twist that doesn't make any sense? Yeah, they're not the best. They're not the best. Oh, that's funny. No. What's the most unpopular? Well, you're taking out all the Bantamere and any novel by. So what's left? Old Republic, the new canon stuff. Everyone, I mean the Del Rey stuff. I don't know. Kevin J. Anderson is the one. That's the most unpopular one, I think. The Jedi Academy trilogy, and anything Kevin J. Anderson, but mainly the Jedi Academy trilogy, which I love and no one else, a lot of people don't. that'd probably be the biggest one. So, I mean, if you take away that, there's not really that much left. I mean, Clone Wars, I hated most of the Clone Wars too. So, kind of undercut that question. I don't know. Like post Jedi, I mean, post Bantam era. I don't know. I like the Lando Calrissian trilogy. I think it's brilliant. Noah read it for the first time and was just blown away by how good it was. Really, but it's really, I think people look at that and go, oh, it's an old series way back in the day. Brian Daley's Han. Everyone talks about Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy, which is excellent. They should talk about it. I love Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy. But L. Neil Smith's Lando Calrissian trilogy is better. And Noah agrees with me on that. It's better than Brian Daley's Han Solo trilogy. It's just a good description of the Millennium Falcon, Lando, lots of comedy. It's done really well. Bring it. Good to hear. Glad to hear it. I know it feels like you're studying. If you're a Tolkien fan, I said it feels like you're reading the Silmarillion, which is just an account of history, which is great. I've read Silmarillion about four times. History of Middle Earth I've only read twice, which that's really getting in the weeds when you read History of Middle Earth. But and then of course all the rest of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit a billion times. That's fine. And if you want to, did you read the comic books too? If you want to go into the comic books, you can too, as well. You can make it a series, Maxine. That's fine. That's such a dumb rule. That's all right. I think I gave a good answer though. Giving your parameters were so tight. Yeah. Oh, interesting. And the thing is, Michael, I thought that was in all the books. It's only in the third novel. And it only happens like three times, I think. But it's when Lando's in a jam, he doesn't know what to do, and then he's caught, or they have blasters pointed at him. And then the next chapter, Sabacc. He's playing Sabacc with him. Because it's silver tongue, baby. He can talk his way out of everything. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I think Noah even loves the third one the best. Or the first one's really good too. The first and the third one are really, the second one's good too, but the first and the third are the best. Yeah. Again, if you want to make it into a two-part, you can. That's fine. One on the book and one on the comics. There's a lot to talk about there. And like I said, I've always said the idea by John Jackson Miller is really good. That's really interesting. I like a Jedi, underground railroad trying to get people out of Sith space, and Sith are fighting over planets and realms and interfighting. And there's one Jedi kind of caught in the middle, but all she's doing trying to do rescue missions. But it's Kara Holt, who is the most boringest main character they've ever created. Yeah. I hate Ferris Olin, but at least he has a character. I hate Ferris Olin, but at least he had a character. She did not. Can I put Last Jedi on here? Would that be fair? Put Last of the Jedi on here? Hold on, I'm just going to write it in here. It's a children's book. That's kind of unfair. But I do think it's awful. Well, if I start putting children's books on there, I didn't think the Boba Fett books were that good either. No, that's not fair. I'm not going to do it. Oh, good. What'd you think of The Hobbit? Hobbit's great. Lord of the Rings is great. He's very descriptive. He's the father of modern day fantasy. Silmarillion is a little bit of a chore. little bit of a chore, but you should read all those other stuff, then read Silmarillion. Yeah. I heard the 3 other newer books that came out recently are retellings of the history of Middle Earth. They're like the best stories, kind of cobbled together and streamlined a little bit. My dad read them. I read the first. I have the Children of Hurin. I gave him the second one, and then he bought the other 2. My dad did, because he didn't want to read the history of Middle Earth, but these are a little bit more readable. I can't remember what the third one, The Fall of Gondolin, and something in Bethune, Mihith and Bethune. I can't remember, but those were the 3 books, and I think you can buy them as a trilogy now. Oh, it's just great. It's just great. And especially what Westing Games did in there. Was it Westing Games, or is it Daniel Wallace and his droids, the droids? Who put the pieces together about Vufira and the Vong? Vufirong's race and the Vong were connected in a way. They have history. Well, I mean, underrated. Yeah. Baron and Luthier. Yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. I don't have them. I gave that one to Dad, and I told him about Children of Hurin. Maybe I gave him Children of Hurin too, because I realized they weren't. And so he bought Fall of Gondolin. He says, "Is this the third one?" I said, "Yeah, this is the third one. You can buy it." So he has all 3, and he enjoyed them, because he's not going to read History of Middle Earth. He's not going. He read Silmarillion once. He hated it. He said he's not going to read it again. But yeah. Next, Princes of the Universe, I am giving. It's called Book Report. Bruce didn't show up, so I had to record it myself last night. And I was going to talk about movies I've seen for this month, but then I punted the ball and just went for book reviews. So I'm going to talk about what books I want to read next year. I talk about Princess of Dune, which I finished this week. And then I talked about, which I just finished yesterday, actually. Or no, 2 days ago. And then what was the other thing I talked about? Oh, Return to Oz and the Frank E. Baum Oz novels. I talk a little bit about them. So that's going to be a good podcast. The next few will be good, because we're supposed to record 2 when Bruce comes, and when anyone comes, we record 2 back to back. And since I'm gone next week, I went ahead and recorded the next one. And the next one's going to be called Halloween Hookups. And it's about why I hate Halloween and why I hate matchmakers. And the thing is, the why are those 2 together? Because when I was practicing, sometimes when I'm taking my kids for walks, pushing them around the neighborhood, I start just like running through the podcast in my head about what I'm going to say. And I'm timing it too, because Bruce and I, I want to split the time. And the topic that he had was not going to last that long. I said, let's talk for Halloween, and then we'll both share our memories of it. I was going to talk about a few more reasons why I just don't like the holiday. And as I was saying that, I started getting off point in my head and started going off on this tangent. I went, whoa. I said, this is going to take 30 minutes to explain all this. I'm not going to do that. But then when he was gone, I decided, midway through the podcast, or maybe at the beginning, I thought, I'm going to do it. I'm going to talk about people playing matchmaker with me and the disasters, most of the time, the disasters that came out of it. Because I hate the matchmaker, because when someone's trying to hook you up with someone, matchmake you, to me, I know these people have all the good intentions. I know that now. But back then I thought, oh, so you think I'm just helpless and I can't find anyone on my own. Yeah, that's what it was. And these were good friends. They were good. Most of them were good friends, trying just with good intentions. And that's really all it was. But for me, I was like, man, you don't think I can get my own woman? I'm not going to be, I'd be mean to whoever they try to make me with. But there's some funny stories there I'm going to tell. And then eventually I think I'm going to go back and do the, movie roundup, movie mixed bag, or I don't know what I was going to call it, and just talk about some of the movies I've seen. Because a bunch of the movies I've seen, I couldn't spend that much time talking about them, but mixing them all together, we have a podcast. And then Wes is going to come back eventually, and we're going to talk about something. I just don't know what. But I'm still waiting for Bruce to come back because he wants to talk about some stupid movie, and we're going to talk about the TV show. I'm sorry. It was not I did say Western Games. I meant Wizards of the Coast. Wizards of the Coast. It was either Wizards of the Coast or Daniel Wallace's new guide to droids that made a connection. Dude, majestic, right? Right? Am I right? Majestic hair. Dude, I bet his hair glows when he combs it too. Do you think Liquid Blake lives up in a tower? I totally am into that. Hello, Dan. How you doing? Oh, wow. I know. Oh, it kills me. They didn't come out with it. My dad used to read that to bed to us, and I loved it. My dad was, I talk a little bit about this, but my dad was really good at reading. I mean, still is today, but you know, we're not going over to the house for bedtime stories, sadly. Oh yeah, it definitely would have been cool. Definitely would have been cool. Yeah. You see my last appearance? Not my last, but my most recent appearance on Tim's channel. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't realize how late it was. So that's it for me. See, I said I want to drink a soda, but this one is caffeine free. I hope it's caffeine free. Oh God. Yeah, caffeine free. I can't do caffeine this late. I can't do caffeine past 8:00 anymore. I can't. Sometimes I do, and it keeps if I'm trying to stay up and finish something, but I went with caffeine free. And yeah. So I'm gonna go and call it in. But I wanted to get the house a little bit clean before we, get pack up ready. Tomorrow night's going to be a free night for me, but I thought I'll just do a lot of reading then. And then Friday is game night, and Saturday is, I don't know, supposedly my work is doing something. It's a family day, and I didn't even know about it. But they're asking me if someone asked the people who I work with asked my wife if we were going, and I was like, I don't know anything about it. So probably do that. But anyway, so thank you, Alex, for not showing up. If Alex was going to show up, I was going to let him in on the stream. But he's the one that wanted me to. He said, "Hey, are you dead?" I was like, "No, I'm here." But I decided to do this stream, just to say hello. It's been a while. Sorry, I've been busy. Expect videos. I'm going to bring the camera with me, and Scott and I'll do some videos. I'm going to get Ryan on video. I really want Ryan to take me to his house, so I can sit behind the Ryan backdrop there. Or I don't know if he records it. Geeks and Gamers has like a headquarters in Orlando or something like that. Either way though, I'll definitely get some video footage or at least a picture of me and Ryan. So not that anyone's asking for that, but either way, so that's where I'll be riding. I don't like thrill rides, by the way. I may ride one ride with my wife. I don't know. There's a Velocicoaster. It looks scary, but I may ride it. I don't know if Scott is. I know he's getting older, but he's younger than me, and I don't know if he still rides those crazy rides. But we'll see. Either way, it's gonna be some fun. I'm gonna try to get some fun. Get a picture of his EU collection. Yeah, I should, right? But yeah, so I'm excited. But I am excited to finally meet Ryan. It's one thing we've been ships passing in the night a couple of times. We haven't just nothing's ever worked out right for us to meet up before. And but anyway, so that'll be a lot of fun. But other than that, guys, have the happiest of Halloweens. I know I won't be back. I doubt I'll be back on. I should do some video of I dress up as Ghostface, and no one knows because I don't speak. And so a bunch of kids there, they don't know who I am. And I come every year and they're like, "Oh, it's the Ghostface, the Scream guy." And then we all take pictures. And the last day, they always feed everyone afterwards, like late at night. The thing doesn't get done till like 10 or between 10:30 or 12, it'll wrap up. When cars stop coming, they close it. which is usually in between 10:30 on like a Thursday. It'll definitely be a 10:30. But they've been as late as midnight. And so when they close it down, the last day they gave everyone pizza. So I went back and changed, came out, ate pizza with everyone. No one talked to me because they didn't know who I was. And I wanted to say something to them to let them know because they were all younger and everything. And man, I have energy, man. I run around that whole car wash for like 4 hours, 5 hours straight, man. I drink a energy drink and I just go. I don't even eat because I won't eat too late. But that night I was like, celebratory pizza, I'll do it. But no one talked to me. I thought maybe I should tell them who I am. And then I thought, no, this is cool. This is cool that they don't know me. And the one who ran it, she knows me. And she went, why aren't no one talking to you? She's like, no one's talking to you. She's like, I want to talk to you. I said, that's because they don't know who I am. And she goes, oh, are you going to tell them? I went, no, I kind of like it this way. And she laughed and went, I understand. So that was kind of cool having that secret identity there. But I'm going to get back out there, do crazy stuff. It's so funny because I said I was going to bed, but I want to say this. On a car wash, the rule is you don't want to get in front of a car when it's moving. That's a no-no. You can't do that. They go over the rules with everyone, not me anymore, because they know that I obey the rules. But you don't jump in front of a car that's moving, even if it's slowly moving. You don't jump in front of it. Don't bang hard on the hood or something like that. We don't want to cause dents or anything. You can do the little taps, little taps and tapping the glass, a little bang, but nothing too heavy. If you have your little plastic baseball bat, you can tap it against the windshield a little bit, just like that, or just kind of, but you don't want to do scratches or anything. And then you can jiggle the handles, but you're not allowed to get into the car. They don't want you in the car, which obviously, right? You don't hop in the car with these strangers. I don't know who these people are. And you would be shocked how many people do not obey that. Like I didn't want to be like the dad and everything, but I'd stop and went, I do this. I said, and I'd move a car. I say, you don't run, don't run in front of the car. I kind of give those kids that because they like to run in front of it and make it stop. But dude, if they don't stop, you could get hurt. And no one's done. I know one kid was banging really hard, and the guy yelled at him, and they booted that kid immediately from the car wash, who was one of the actors or whatnot. But he just slammed down the hood. The owner was like, "Hey," and then the lady who runs it was like, "Hey, you're gone. You're gone. You can't be doing that." And but for me, they would open the door and say, "Come on in, come on in." I was like, "Why would you want a guy dressed as the ghost face that you don't know? These people don't know me. Why would you let me in?" I mean, we're not supposed to go in, so I didn't. Even if I knew them, I didn't go in, which I didn't know many cars, but they never opened their door for me. But why? Well, now they were doing it because everyone was scared and I could ride in. And actually, the lady did tell me if I felt safe. That was a rule for the people, because the kids. She said, "But you're not a kid, so if you want to jump in," I was like, "Why would you want to do that?" And I said, "Why would someone open the door?" But it surprises me every year that someone opens up their door. They open up their door to me and they want me to come in, and I'm like, "What? Why?" That's so weird. What happened? I don't know what that was. But anyway, that's so weird that people would want me to come on in. So to their just to come in. I mean, you had to scare their kids or whatever. But that was, oh, look at that. Look at that. I did this for you. And now you show up now that I'm leaving. Now you show up. This whole stream was because you texted me tonight and said something, made some snarky comment if I was dead or something. Yeah, but the thing is, though, they don't know. They don't know who it is. They're not told. Not even the actors around me are told. No one knows my identity. And I go every year, and they know me. Like they will, the lady said they would call ahead and go, "Is the Scream guy there tonight?" Because the first year I wasn't there every night, and the second year I wasn't there. And they said, in the third year I came back, and they put it on their little website, Scream Guy's back. And so people were calling last year, say, "What night is he going to be there?" They said he is there every night. He'll be there from 6 to when you did there from 6 to 6 to 10 or whatever, whenever we're closest. He'll be there every night, full night. And she goes, everyone's. She said, we had a couple of cars asking for you. I was like, okay, good, because they know me. Because I can be scary. I can scare people. I can jump scare people. I can also be kind of. Some people bring their little kids. Why would you bring your little kid to a haunted car wash? Maybe they thought it wasn't supposed to be that scary, but some of the costumes are really scary. And then they'll roll down the window and let me terrorize their kid. I won't do that because I can't see, because the mask kind of keeps everything a little bit dark. So I can't see who's behind them. And when they roll down the window, if I see it's a little kid in their car seat screaming their head off, crying, even though the parents are laughing, I back away. I try to be friends with it, the child. I kind of do this and go, put my knife away and go, wave. Try to give them fist bumps and whatnot. Try to cheer them up because I don't want to scare little kids like that. Older kids, absolutely. But little kid, like car seat kids, why would you do that? And there's so many car seat kids, and they know by now. The first year, I understand. You just didn't know how scary it was going to be, but now you know. Some people are really into it. Like these two girls dressed up as the kids from The Shining, the twins from The Shining. I don't know. They were just twins, and they were covered in blood, and they would cover themselves. These girls. It was a dance team. They got into it. They cover themselves. They got fake blood, and they cover their whole. I was like, oh, it's wet. It's sticky. Would you really like? I wanted to ask. I didn't want to, but I was like, why would they want to do that? But they were into it, because you get a thrill out of it. You get the people, and then there's a lot of people who they clump together. Everyone wants to be at one location. Like they really like this when you're taking a turn, because then you can jump on someone, or right before they go into the car wash, But I'll just go, if there's too many people in that area, I'll just move up. I'll move. I've gone through the queue line, before they're lining up to get to the car wash, and I'll be messing with them because no one goes past the, entrance. And no one really likes the entrance either because it's wide open so you can see everyone, and they don't like that. I pretend to be a statue sometimes when it's slow. I'll pretend to be a statue when a car comes through and then jump out when they pass me by and have them, steer off. It's been really fun. So that was good. Yes, Michael, I know you were there for me. I appreciate that. Unlike this guy, I'm kidding. You're watching Enterprise. A likely excuse. Mm-hmm. Look, do I have to interact with you now? I don't. This stream was for you. You can go back and look at it. But anyway, so maybe I wanted to do video last time, and I can't remember what happened. Because I remember bringing the video camera. I don't know what happened to that footage. I did bring the video camera last year because my wife was there for one night. And so she took video footage of me scaring people. Or I thought she did. Huh. Oh, no. See if maybe we did, and you just couldn't. It was too dark. I can't remember because they do keep the lights out. I mean, the only thing you see is headlights and a few other lights. So maybe it's too dark. I don't know. I'll try to see if someone can get footage of it because that'd be a lot of fun. No, I haven't. Mrs. is gone every night doing theater. So, yeah, I'm not. So, anyway. There you go. All right. That's it. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Now, Alex, your $2, by the way, your $2. I'm gonna tell you where that goes now. Your $2 goes to the 100 you already owe me for twin sons. I'm kidding. That I will see in December. But that $2, that bangs are gone now. Don't have Bang energy drink. I don't have any in the fridge. I haven't had a Bang in a whole week. My last one was Friday. Last Thursday, I think, was the last. They finally ran out. My last supply. Ollie's doesn't carry them anymore. No one has them, so I'm kind of done. But with $2, you can buy Ghost Energy. That's my back. But I haven't gotten one. I had one of those Sunday was the last time I had one. So yeah. So no energy drinks. Boo, I'm dead too. But I'm not doing any training this week, so I'm sitting in classes. But if I was, I need that extra boost. But thankfully, I don't need it right now. But I will definitely get a Ghost for that. All right, folks. Yeah, I'm done here. Let me see what I got here. Put it into your newest. And there, Happy early Christmas. That's what my money does for you. That's right. All right. Good night. Okay, keep moving forward. I'm serious. You want to write Defending Planet Twilight? I'll post it. I don't have to agree with it to post it. Post up on the website, expandinguniverse.com. All right, guys. See you later. Have a good night.